Hey everyone, welcome to this week's parent update. I am your children's and family minister, John Rhodes. Happy to be delivering your parent update today for the kids ministry here at First Christian Church. We had a lot of fun yesterday. I'm glad I'm back from vacation. I was still always here on Sundays, but I'm glad to be back in the office and I'm glad to be giving you all another parent update. As always, if you have any questions as we go along, feel free to put them in the comments. I will see them and I will do my best to try and answer any questions you might have during the stream. Or if you want to ask questions later on, you can send us a message, email me, email Shaylee, let us know, and we would be happy to answer your questions. So, starting off with KidZone yesterday, we had a lot of fun. We had a great day. We had 24 kids. That is the most kids that we've had in KidZone since coronavirus and everything has happened and we've opened back up. We are so excited to have more kids back. It was similar to old times back in there. We still had to, be socially distanced and we still had masks and all that stuff, but there were a lot of kids in there. It felt really good having all the kids back, seeing so many familiar faces. There was a lot of excitement with the kids to be there. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody who brought your kids. Felt like we had a really awesome lesson, and it was just very encouraging to see all the kids there. We started our God's Truth series. So we're talking about how all truth comes from God and the truth about God and who he is and kind of what he thinks about us and all those different things. We learned about how God knows us well this week. That was kind of the primary focus, that, we aren't just another person on the planet to him. He knows each and every single one of us individually. He knows us. He loves us. He knows everything about us and still loves us the most. The Bible story we looked at is Jesus chooses Philip and Nathanael. That's found in John chapter 1, verses 41 through 51. And it's all about where John chooses Nathanael and Philip to follow him. And he kind of gives Philip, I think it's Philip, see, I don't even remember at this point, a realization that he knows him super well. And our verse we looked at was Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. In the NLT, it says, I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. Before you were born, I set you apart. We talked a lot about how God knew us before we even knew him. Before we even knew we could know him, he knew who we were. And our Bible point yesterday was, I'm well known because God knows me well. It's just kind of an easy point for kids to remember the lesson and kind of reflect back on that. And WeeKidz this week, we started our Baby in a Bush. So I wasn't there, but Shaylee was there, and she told me a little bit about it. It was a good time. They had 18 kids, so a lot of kids there as well, which is really nice to see. I'm sure they enjoyed having all of them back. And the Bible story for the whole month that they're looking at is the story of Moses being born and talking to God in a bush. So a baby in a bush, obviously the burning bush, and that's in Exodus chapters 1 through 4. So all month long, they'll be kind of spending time learning that Bible story. And the verse they look at all month is Luke chapter 16, verse 10. In the NIV, it says, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. So just talking about how Moses was trusted and how God trusts us with things, and so we need to obey and have obedience. And that goes right into the Bible point, which is I obey God more each day. So just really that focus of obeying God in the little things and the big things and just everything really makes a huge difference. So going through all that, just a few reminders. All of our resources are now digital. If you want to take a look at any of them, they're on the link tree. That's linktr.ee/FCC Brazil Kids. Now, I do not have the parent link up yet. I will be putting that on there later this week. I'll send a Facebook post once that goes up, and you will know. But we do not have any scheduled events upcoming right now. There's no scheduled events just because of coronavirus, the way everything's going on. We had to cancel our last event, and so we're just trying to be really, really cautious about what events we're planning and spending money on and spending time on, because we don't want to have another canceled event. And then as far as Sunday school goes, so that 9:30 to 10:30 time frame, we're still not having anything for kids. As always, we don't have anything during first service for kids. But during that kind of hour-long time frame there, we are still not having anything because we just don't have any interest from parents. So if you are somebody who you would like to have that time back for Sunday school for the kids from 9:30 to 10:30, please let me know or let Shaylee know, and we would be happy to speak with you about that. We're happy to do it. We just don't want to ask volunteers to be there if we're not going to have any kids be there. So thank you, everyone. We don't have any questions, so I'll just go ahead and get off of here. And if you do have any questions, send me a message, email me, email Shaylee. We would be happy to talk with you. Thank you so much. Have a great week.